You ready, Mike?
I'm ready now.
Hello, Hennessey fans. Welcome to another great video. It's a beautiful summer day out here in Sealy, Texas. We're on the Pennzoil Proving Grounds. My name is Alex. This is Michael Harley.
My name is Mike Harley, and I'm a professional automotive journalist. I've been testing cars for at least 10 years. I've driven everything from Le Mans cars to F1 cars to pickup trucks. I even drove the Benz patent motor wagon, which is arguably the world's first car, last week in Germany. But today, I'm in sweltering Sealy, Texas, taking a look at the world's ultimate TRX.
We have three beautiful RAM TRXs behind us. One of them is stock. It's actually the new Sandblast limited edition. We have a few allocations if you're wanting to purchase one, so give us a call, give us an email on that. One of them is the Mammoth 1000 Stage 1, which has the off-road package equipped with 35-inch tires. The other one is also a Mammoth 1000, but with the Stage 2 off-road package, which is equipped with 37-inch tires and the optional side steps, as well as the OEM chase rack. So essentially it's the heaviest RAM TRX configuration that you can get from us. And we're gonna do some comparison today. We really wanna know how big the gaps are gonna be. We will make sure to identify every variable possible to make sure we are comparing these trucks as equally as apples to apples as possible, with the only variation being the Mammoth 1000.
You know what, my experience shows me that you can always have horsepower, but the big thing that works against horsepower is weight, mass. Mass kills everything. I don't care how much horsepower you have. And my big concern is, okay, now you have a Mammoth 1000 with over 1,000 horsepower, but you're adding several hundred, maybe possibly 500-600 pounds heavier than stock. How's it going to perform? And you know, that's what I'm most curious to see. But also, we've got variables out here. I think it was reading 94 degrees and god-awful humidity. I mean, so it'll be interesting to see how that affects everything.
Yeah. So we have driven the trucks from the shop to the back of our track. They're all equally warmed up. And we are going to line up first the Mammoth Stage 2 1000 versus the stock TRX, so the heaviest versus the lightest, both with equal amounts of heat, both with full tanks of Shell V-Power 93, both with sport mode, engaged with traction control manually turned back on.
I think we discussed we're going to launch at 1500 RPM, and we have a third person give us the signal, so there's no jump or anything like that. It should be very, very equal.
Yeah, let's do it. 1000 Stage 2. It's got 37-inch tires, side steps, and the full off-road package. So front bumper, rear bumper, and it also has the OEM chase rack. This is the heaviest Mammoth you can get without adding a bunch of sandbags in the back.
In contrast, I've got the 35-inch wheel tire package, no light bar, no power steps, standard stock lightweight bumpers. So this is theoretically the lightest TRX you can build from the factory.
Okay, I am ready.
Sam, on your mark.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give the signal.
Even start. That was excellent, and the Stage 2 Mammoth 1000 runs away with the heaviest configuration possible.
Yeah, that was about as good of a launch as I can get. I was pushing the pedal through the carpet, and you still pulled consistently. And there is no beating the ultimate TRX. Jump on it this time. Didn't matter. He's still pulling and pulling and pulling. I got a nice jump on your ass this time.
Yeah, you got the jump, and then I started running away from you.
Yeah, and had we kept going, you would have just kept pulling. Another thing I'd like to point out is how linear the additional horsepower is. A lot of times you see the aftermarket boosting a stock engine, and it's peaky. It either comes at the low end, it comes at the high end, but it's not consistent. Watching the Mammoth 1000, it pulled consistently all the way up to 115 miles an hour where we both let off. There was no like, hey, he got me off the line. Oh, whoa, he didn't get me till he was 80 miles an hour. It was just very, very consistent, and it just pulled and pulled and pulled. Makes it a much more drivable, livable vehicle, which is nice.
Okay, so Mike, now that we raced the heaviest combination possible versus the lightest combination possible, let's bring out the Stage 1 Mammoth 1000 TRX that has the 35-inch tires, same bumpers, but no chase rack, so a little bit more favorable configuration, and then we will certainly give the stock TRX a full cool down period to make sure we're, again, apples to apples.
Gotta remember, outside temperature right now is 93 degrees, and humidity level is well over 80%. It's really toasty today.
And the only variables are, this is a Mammoth 1000 on 35-inch off-road tires with extra weight bumpers.
Pretty hard. I just got my ass kicked.
I think I might have gotten the jump on you a little bit.
Yeah, let's do it again just to make sure that we go at the exact same time. Our launches were virtually identical. Both wheels rolled literally the same split second, and I had a really good clean run. You know, I pushed the pedal as hard as I could to the floor. Didn't even think about lifting.
So the 90 to 100 degree temperature is certainly not ideal for world record 0 to 60 times, as well as having a full tank of gas. But yeah, all good.
This is a stock RAM TRX. Has over 700 horsepower. It is a phenomenally good truck. By itself, in stock form, you know, there are very few people that can take this thing in a stoplight, but you put it up against the Hennessey MAMMOTH 1000, you know, the ultimate variant of the TRX, and most people think they would be happy with a stock TRX until you're sitting next to a Mammoth. And 1,000 horsepower, you just can't mess with it. And today, these worst case scenarios, it's, you know, nearly 100 degrees out, tons of humidity, and it's still walking away from the stock vehicle. That's impressive. The most interesting thing to me is when I first started looking at the Hennessey upgrades, I'm thinking, hey, you probably don't want to do the Stage 2 because it's going to be a lot slower. But what we're finding right now is the Stage 2 is you're only giving up maybe a couple or a few tenths of a second with all the extra equipment. Pretty cool. You know how demoralizing it is to drive a 700 horsepower truck and lose every single race?
Yeah, that sounds pretty tough, but the color's cool. That sandblast is pretty sweet.
I still love the truck.
Yeah, it's a sweet truck.
But the ultimate TRX.
We turned a sick truck that comes from factory with amazing qualities, Bilstein suspension, a Hellcat engine, all sorts of goodies, and we just turn it up to 11, and we have some pretty eye-opening results that we found out today. So I'm really happy that we did that, and excited to show the world.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. All right. See you next time.